when you have to wear that Ghana jersey, it's different. I was in Ghana. I had a great life in Ghana. I was playing football, but my dad has a big house. We have a great life in Ghana. So coming here, you go into an academy life, waking up in the morning, going to school, come back, training. It was quite tough and different for me. And I had to adapt. And that was where everything started.
Did you, growing up, before you moved to Marseille, were you aware to become a professional and to play at an elite level, you were going to have to move away? That was something you were going to have to do. Yeah. How did you feel about that?
It was hard because, like I said, we've had a great life, and my dad and my parents gave us the best education and the best life that we could dream of. So for me, you're leaving, a comfortable zone. A comfortable life to go and start yours, which is not even sure that you're going to make it. That's the whole point. When you're in an academy, it's not sure you're going to make it, but it's what I wanted to do, took the risk. I knew that if I wanted to go, because I started to realize when I was watching Premier League or French League, etc., when I was in Ghana, I realized that players at 17, 18 were playing first team football. Not week in, week out, then now maybe a bit more, but then come in the game, sign professional contracts, few matches, Champions League. Thinking, wait, if I'm 14, 15 and I'm not yet in Europe, how am I going to be able at 18 to be there? That was my worry. That was what I was scared of, right? So I knew I had to leave. It was as simple as that. I knew I had to leave, and as soon as clubs got interested and the chance came, I took it straight away.
But you did make your debut at 18, so you were 17. One of those 17. It was 17. Off with a year, both sides.
Yeah, no problem.
I mean, 17 years old is if that was the level, obviously, that you wanted to get to. When you did that, and obviously with all the pressure and expectation that was on you, was that a nice feeling to do that? Like you've spoken about that you wanted to make your own name in the game. Did you feel that you were on your path to do that?
Yeah, it was great. It was a great feeling. I can remember it like it was yesterday.
Go on, describe it for me.
No, it's difficult to describe, let's be honest, but it's a feeling that nobody can give you that feeling. Nobody can, I think, understand what you're going through. But at that age, getting the biggest club in France, being able to get my debut at that age was incredible. I didn't believe my eyes already when I was going to sign my professional contract. Already was something big. But I was thinking okay, gonna fight, we'll see what's gonna happen. And then boom, went for pre-season and played well pre-season, because a lot of the first team players go internationals, right? So they come later. So you the younger ones have the chance to play the first friendly games. And then things went well. Then I more or less not stayed in the team, but stayed in the squad. I was among the squad, and that's how things went. And I had my debut really, really early in the season. I think the third or fourth game or something. For me was I can't say I've achieved, but I achieved my dream to play for Olympique Marseille. Players grow up having dreams to play for Real Madrid, Barcelona. My dream was to play for Marseille. That's my dream. And so achieving my dream that's for me outstanding, and today nothing can replace that day and that feeling that I had, but was through hard work. without knowing that the hardest was to come. And that was the craziest thing, that the hardest was to come, was to be able to stay in the team and play and keep going. And that was hard.
So you spoke about at the start of our conversation different levels of expectation and how they change as you progress. So I think probably the expectation on you at that point was, is Andre going to get in the team? And now you've made your debut. How did that expectation change? And were you aware of that?
As soon as you make your debut already, your status change as a person. Your status change. Even the players in the squad see you a bit differently. You become very important for the academy players that are behind you, or your friends. I was 17, all my friends are playing in the second team on the 23s. Blah, blah. My friends were not the first team players. They were my senior friend, like senior guys. And having that to do the first one, then I'm like, yeah, but I want to have that feeling again. Yeah, but I want to start a game. Yeah, then you start to want more, and you start to, keep going and working harder, trying to understand what the coach wants you to do to be able to have a chance. And you just creep. Then you have little setbacks, injuries or whatever, or a new coach coming in and doesn't like young players or doesn't want you, but you keep going, and I think it's just a matter of being ruthless, being just unstoppable in your head. Keep going at one point, and you kind of become unstoppable in your kind of way, because you're achieving your aim, and you have only one thing in mind, is to get there, and you're ready to do anything possible mentally, physically, to be able to do it. And most of the time, if you're ready mentally, you will make it.
At that age, did you have like a training routine or training habits? What sort of stuff were you doing away from like team practices that were helping you to progress at that age?
I was quite young. Had one of my personal trainers then. Not a lot of gym when I was young, to be fair, but a lot of technical work. I did a lot of technical work after first team trainings, passing, movement, ball control, touches, shooting. I did a lot of that after training sessions, like club training session. I did a lot of that because I wanted to have something more than the others. I wanted to have something as a young player to be always able to be in the squad. So I was working really hard physically. Then anytime we used to run, I used to be, I think, the highest runner in the team every time. So I used to go like, if I don't play really well today, I'm going to run more than everyone. I'm going to give everything. So it's even still difficult for the manager to move me. That kind of things. But like I said, I was lucky because I had my uncles, my dad, etc., who have played. So you have different ideas that come into your brain, or different ideas that they give you. Look at this point, look at this, look at that. It's not every day you're going to have a great game, but the day you're not having a good game, you should push more onto defensive, or be smart, try to get a goal on corners, trying to find a way to be important in that game. So, then you start to understand the game differently, you start to learn. But the problem with that is you're learning, but the expectations become more and more. Not only from yourself, but from the people now. Because they realize that this guy's good. And he's one of ours. And he's the son of. So, it's so many things. And you just have to be like, okay, let's go. And you keep going, and you keep going, and you keep going. It's hard mentally. But that's why, like you asked me right now, the fact that I could train outside with my coach, technical. I did a lot of technical work, a little bit of physical, but a lot of technical work. And I think he made me jump the stages quicker.
it's interesting that you talk about knowing to do extra to get to the level that you wanted to be from a really early age. And I mean, there's probably a lot of guys now at that age, a little bit younger, who just train what they're supposed to. They go to their club training session and that's it. Do you have any advice for those guys of what to do as well as to improve?
I think you need to do more than the others if you want to get more than them. It's as simple as that. If you want to be more famous than them, if you want to succeed more than them, then you have to do more. It's simple as that. But in what we are now, it's a different. I think 10 years ago when I was 20, it was different mentalities. Now it's a lot of social media, a lot of bluff more than work. You know what I mean? And it's weird. It's funny, but when I'm talking about work, see a lot of people putting videos, but that's not working. Working is not for people. You need to work what you need to work, and if you're posting it, hopefully you're really doing it. You're not doing it to show off that I'm doing something. Do you get what I mean? Because I can just make one shot, one run, and post it, and everyone thought, oh, he was running the whole day. But you know what I mean? So I think you just need to focus, do what you have to do your training, especially if you're already a professional boy and you're young coming. The younger ones, if you have the chance or your parents can help you, whether financially or whatever, to get a personal trainer who's good to help you to jump the stages quicker. Yes, it's very important, but it's not also easy for everyone when you're young, you know, when you look at whether financially, whether school, anything that's around it, you don't know what it is. So it's difficult to tell someone who's very young that you have to do, because you see a kid telling his dad, I need a personal trainer, nah, but the dad can't afford it. You know what I mean? So he has to find a way to train harder in another way. It is what it is, you know. It's hard, but it is what it is. But those who are already professionals, who are 16, 17, 18, getting there, you need to work harder. I think you have certain qualities that you have naturally since you're young, since it's there, and you have some that you don't, and I think you can work on everything. Physical, technical, tactical, because I think tactical now is very, very important in this modern football.